Today we are connecting rod honing, and I've already pressed this bushing in. You can see that it needs some touch up. I had to take about 20 thousandths off of it to get it to fit the wrist pin of the piston. So this is probably going to be the most boring video. It's a lot of speed up, and I wanted to show the whole process, but it was just too long. So I cut a good 3-4 minutes out of it because it's just such a long process. So there it is, speeding it up. It's just a whole lot of going back and forth, and doing this, it's got a stone inside there that's spinning, cutting the bearing material out of the wrist pin bearing, and slowly enlarging the hole in a crosshatch pattern until you finally fit a piston pin. So we'll get there. So right now I'm using an inside micrometer to see where I'm at. So the pin diameter is 1 3/8. And I really like these inside micrometers that I got. It's a Starrett, but getting them brand new, I think this one's like $700 or something. So eBay's a pretty good option for it because I found it for about $150. They ain't cheap, but they're pretty nice. So at this point, I'm dressing the stone. It just wasn't cutting right. It was getting embedded with brass. So I take a old worn out stone and I just rub it on there, and then that removes the brass out of the stone, and it makes it cut like new again. So the stone's worn out, so it's time to put in a new one. Throw the old one to the side, and now I got a new one to put in. So at this point I'm getting really close to the finish, and so then this is a transfer gauge for this specific application. So I know I'm 4.5 thousandths away from the finish. This was the last rod that I did of that set, so I've already had that set to get close. And so now I know 4.5 to go. So they do have connecting rod boring machines that you can do this with. I'd like one, but it's another machine to buy. Haven't quite gotten there yet, and they ain't cheap. So this is not the fastest way, but it's the way I can do it for the time being. Just giving a shout out to Ed's Machine. He's left a few comments, and I'm gonna have to use some of his tips that he's shown me. So let me know what I'm doing wrong, Ed. Like hearing from you. I'm at the point where measuring isn't good enough, so it's a test fit. It's a little tight. So I'm going to keep going until that pin slides, just barely slides in. Still not quite. This is 20 minutes of footage clamped down to, what, 7.5? So pretty boring, but hope it was informational for you guys. Just kind of see what goes into this kind of stuff. It's not super easy until you get the hang of it. So now we got a perfect fit, and this connecting rod is ready to go. Thanks for watching, and you stay fresh, cheese bags.